Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what the numbers say about inventory and how that's shifting the whole power balance between buyers and sellers. You know how many homes are actually up for grabs right now. Believe it or not, watching those numbers can tip us off about where prices are headed next. You should believe it, it's pretty obvious. Nationally, the number of homes on the market, often called active listings, has been creeping up. We're seeing about a 26% jump over the past year. That sounds significant. Well, don't get too excited just yet because we're still well below where we stood in 2019, before anyone had heard of social distancing. In other words, it's rising, but we're not anywhere near the oversupply crisis that we once had. To me, this is actually pretty fascinating. Some states have roared back to or even above their pre-pandemic inventory levels. Think about states like Florida, Idaho, Texas, while states in the Midwest and the Northeast are still super tight. So why does that matter? Because when a region has more listings, buyers have more choices. And when buyers have more choices, they have more power in negotiations. That can put the brakes on wild price hikes. But in areas where inventory is still below normal, places that haven't seen that wave of new listings, sellers often are still in the driver's seat. If there aren't enough homes for everyone, the competition remains fierce, and that can keep prices elevated. That seems pretty obvious. But here's the kicker, though. As inventory goes up in certain markets, looking at you, Austin, prices tend to flatten or even dip, especially if mortgage rates remain high. But don't write off all these spots completely. A lot of them still have strong job growth or attractive lifestyles that could spark another round of demand down the road. That's why inventory is so crucial. It tells us we're dealing with short-term slowdown or whether we're dealing with something more long-lasting. So do these rising inventory numbers spell doom for everyone, or is it a sign that things are simply finally leveling out?